there, and welcome to Southern Islands Podcast. I'm your host, eBay Snipes, and what an exciting time it is to be a Pokemon fan. Today, I would like to delve into some of the artists that create these cards that we all love and enjoy. And the first name that comes to mind when I think of the illustrators is Ken Sugimori. Ken has had some really impressionable work over the past 2.5 decades that he has been an illustrator. Some of his art includes the Shining Gyarados from Neo Revelation. Without Ken, we would not have Pokemon at all, seeing as he drew and finalized all of the 151 original Pokemon. Ken has been an illustrator since the beginning and deserves to be recognized as one of the all-time greats. Over the almost 3 decades the Pokemon TCG has been around, dozens of skilled illustrators have contributed their talents to the phenomenon that is the Pokemon TCG. Without them, the TCG would not be anywhere near where it is today. Here are some really talented illustrators and some of the best cards that they have ever produced. Atsuko Nishida is a true legend of the Pokemon illustrators and in the franchise as a whole. Many of the most iconic characters from the creative mind of this legend uh, came from her. She is responsible for the concept of all three Gen 1 starters, Charizard's whole family line, and 6 of the 8 evolutions, Zoroark, and even the face of the franchise, Pikachu himself. She retired from Pokemon in 2024 after serving us up amazing art for over 27 years. Akira Igawa deserves a spot on this list for sure. Even though she has the least experience out of everyone on this list, she came out absolutely swinging in her career at Pokemon. Akira has put together a stunning track record since her debut in 2019. She created the Gold Giratina from Crown Zenith, along with all of the pack art for Battle Styles, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, and even Evolving Skies. She did the Hydreigon SIR from Surging Sparks and has been a judge for the illustration contest in the past. She is still an active artist today, and I cannot wait to see her expand into the Pokemon world in the future. Ryo Vita was brought into the TCG fold to replace Kaiji Kainbuki, who died at the age of 46 in 2002. He was a 3D illustrator, just like Kaiji. Ryo has since not only honored his predecessor's legacy, he has surpassed it, no doubt. He has been the artist behind many Grail cards, including Team Rocket's Suicune EX, Latias EX Secret Rare from Black and White, and the Machamp B from Astral Radiance. For the last 20 years, artist Masakazu Fukuda has been a constant presence in the Pokemon creation world. Among all the cards he has ever worked on, one group stands out the most, and that would be the Gold Stars of the TCG game. These are some of the most iconic cards ever conceived, and they are all the brainchild of Masaku. My favorite card done by this artist is the Gold Star Gyarados from Halon Phantoms. And this list would not be complete without the GOAT himself, Mitsuhiro Arita, the longest serving illustrator in Pokemon history. Arita's resume speaks for itself. The evolution of Arita's art style over all these years clearly shows how he has been able to stand the test of time and remain relevant with the changing times. Other than Sugimori, he is probably the most well-known illustrator in all of the Pokemon TCG. In his earlier years, Arita tended to create illustrations using watercolor and pastels. These illustrations would usually feature distinctive outlines. More recently, however, he has pivoted to using light and shadows, as well as vibrant colors, to add dimension and realism to his images. Further realism is often introduced via Rita's realistic-looking backgrounds. Some of his best work include the Mewtwo and the original Alakazam EX. Shinji Ganda was responsible for the Giratina alt art from Lost Origin and definitely deserves a shout-out on this video. He wasn't exactly in my list of top artists, but I did want to give him a shout out. That card is absolutely gorgeous. And last on this list is the Umbreon VMAX Alt Art Creator from Evolving Skies. This artist created the most beautiful Pokemon card ever to date. He is none other than Kelchiro Ho. Kelchiro has been working as an artist for Pokemon since Unified Minds and will no doubt go down in history as an all-time great. While we are on the topic of the Umbreon VMAX, I'd like to take a look at what it is doing in the market today, raw and in a PSA 10 form. I check this card's movements pretty much weekly, as it is a good gauge to see where the Pokemon market is performing as a whole. With one quick look, you can kind of check and see where we are. The Umbreon is a very good card to kind of gauge the rest of the market because it was the number one card from Sword and Shield. Still the number one card everybody's chasing today. And the raw market value is showing a price tag of $1,715 USD, with PSA 10 selling for around $2,250. So it's still down from its $3,000 high in a PSA 10 form earlier last year, but raw, it is performing at an all-time high. What that says about the market is we are still strong. Things are still strong in the market as of right now. Down about $20 since last month's the Obsidian Flames Charizard, and the chase card uh, from Obsidian Flames would be a good pickup now at $60 raw. As like I said, it's down $20. We are about to get some warmer weather coming up, so people can go outside and do more activities. We are about to get a lot of reprints hitting the market. People act like this doesn't happen every year, but Pokemon goes through its up cycles and its down cycles every year on a pretty predictable pattern. So if you are a true collector, reprints should not scare you. Prices drop around this time every year. It does not mean a crash is imminent. Here are some cards that are down at the moment, but will definitely go back up. This window will be open until the fall when I see them going back up again. Um, the Ninetales illustration, rare from Obsidian, has dropped in price recently and might even drop a bit more over the next few months. This card was extremely underrated even at its height price, in my opinion. But when Obsidian Flames sealed products dries up, I do believe this card will shoot up in price by the beginning of next fall. This card is under $30 right now, guys, and is a super good pickup. And next we have the Latias illustration rare from Surging Sparks. This card is down 6% over the last few months. This card is an absolute banger for sure. Having its counterpart, the Latias SIR, to be able to sequentially cert it with makes this card a future grail by itself. You need this one to complete the pair. So I can see this card taking off in price again this spooky season in 2025. I don't believe we have seen the floor on this yet, as it might drop a bit lower as the warmer weather starts to move across the lower 48. We also have the Skarmory illustration rare from Surging Sparks. This one tanked pretty hard in recent days. It is down 23% in the last month. If you have been waiting to grab a copy for under $20, now is your chance to swoop one up. And then we have the Squirtle SIR from Stellar Crown. This has now taken the number one slot for the most sought after chase card from this set. Pretty interesting to see the cards in this set shifting places, as this does not happen very often. Usually the chase card stays the same forever from a particular set. The EVSIR from Twilight is down $30 from its high of $100. Pick one up now for under $70, the lowest it's been since its release. We got the Bubble Mew dropping in price, down 7% over the last month. I think this card will dip in the summer. This is your best chance to acquire one reasonably before the price shoots back up. There's no doubt in my mind that the price on this card will get higher than it was even at its previous high before next year. The Charizard from Paldean Fates is down 8% over the last month. It's in the same situation as the Bubble Mew. But one card that has not seen a dip yet is the Groudon Illustration Rare from Paradox Rift. This card has been holding strong coming into the US summer months so far. This is a card I can see going down for a bit, but not that much over the next few months. Paradox Rift does not have reprints on the horizon, so this one might have a mind of its own. The Salamence and all the SIRs and illustration rares from Journey did come down quite a lot. This set is gorgeous but abundant. Short term, I do not see much growth, but long term, I can see this being a very loved set with some serious value. PSA has been taking 3 to 4 months to get people's cards back. Not too impressed with PSA or MJ Holdings as of recently. MJ Holdings has been taking bulk and resealing packs and tins and then selling them in Walmarts and Myers across the country. These big corporations are getting more grimier than ever. Shame on both of you. Now, this might be a hot take. I want your opinions down below. But is tag rating service going to be our answer to the PSA problem? I'd like to know your answers in the comments. Let me know down below. This episode was brought to you by Pop Culture's Collectible and Studios here on Southern Islands Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe to get all your up-to-date pop culture information. Consult not your fears, but your hopes and your dreams. Think not about your frustrations, but about your unfulfilled potential. Concern yourself not with what you tried and failed in, but with what it is still possible for you to do. Go forth now and find a cheap and clean Bubble Mew.